Good morning from the Smokies. I just parked at Smokemont campground. This morning I'm headed up to the Pecks Corner shelter on the AT where I'm going to spend the night. Tomorrow I'm going to take the AT northbound and then drop down to the Laurel shelter. And then the next morning I'm going to take the Benton MacKaye trail back in this direction to campsite 47. And then the morning of day 4, I'm going to head back here to the truck to complete the loop. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 miles, 4 days. I'm just stopping at the Upper Chesting Creek campsite. I think it's 48. I'm going to get some water and have some lunch and just take a break just for a couple minutes. Well, I've completed my time on the Chesting Creek Trail and I reached the junction with Hughes Ridge Trail. I'm going to head up that way. Pecks Corner Shelter is just shy of the Appalachian Trail. Sign says the AT is in 5.2, so somewhere around 5 miles, I think. It's been uphill all morning. It's going to be uphill for the rest of the day. Weather's really nice. There's a bit of a breeze up here the higher I get, but temperature's been great. I'm gonna stop here and have a little snack and then head up. I just passed a sign that says I'm in the last 2 miles of my hike today. So far it's been a really good walk up high on the ridge line. I'm going to go ahead and knock out the last 2 miles just kind of quickly so I can get to camp and take a break. All right, I'm here to the spot I was at last time I was at Pecks. I'm going to get a tent up real quick and then I'll be able to relax a little bit. Well, I had a good day today, probably 10.5 miles or so to Pecks Corner shelter. I'm set up just outside of the shelter on a little flat, well, it's not a flat spot, it's a crooked spot, but I'm making do. This is where I was last time I was at Pecks. Same spot. I got dinner completed, everything is set up. It's going to start raining in a couple hours, so I'm going to get inside my tent. Good night from the woods. Looks like I'm packing up in the rain this morning. It's 7:15. I'm going to get started. Well, good morning. It's 8 a.m. I'm headed up to the AT where I'll be northbound for a few miles. The ridgeline up here is socked in with fog, and it's raining a little bit, and it's cold. It's probably about 40 degrees. So I'm in my full rain gear and got my umbrella deployed. So let's get started. I just finished the short walk up to the AT, and I did just check. The mileage to Tri-Corner shelter is 5.2, and once I get there I'll drop down off the AT. I just stopped at the Tri-Corner Knob shelter, had some lunch. My time on the AT is concluded for this trip. I'm going to drop down here to the Laurel Gap shelter for tonight. It's going to be the Balsam Mountain Trail. Just working my way down Balsam Mountain Trail. I'll be glad to get off the ridge line up there. It's been cold and rainy this morning, and probably 10 knot sustained winds up there. Kind of takes it out of you. So hopefully I can get a little bit of better weather down here. I did check the weather. It said it's going to rain till about 3 o'clock. Tonight it will hit freezing. But at least won't be raining anymore. Getting a little bit of sunlight peeking through the trees here. Well, I've got some blue sky up there. Beautiful. Headed downhill. Here's the turn in the Balsam Mountain Trail. We've intersected with Mount Sterling Ridge. I'll be making a right here. It says the shelter is in point 3. And we're back on the Benton MacKaye. The tenting area here is pretty decent. I'm kind of behind the shelter here in a little flat spot. I'm going to get my tent up as quick as I can. It needs to dry from last night. I'm not in the sun, but it is what it is. Well, I'm just behind the Laurel shelter in a tent site. My dinner is hydrating and getting ready for me. I've got my tent all set up and I'm ready to go. So as soon as I'm finished dinner, I'll probably crawl into my sleeping bag. It is going to freeze tonight. I don't know how much wind is going to come across this ridge line. Hopefully not too much. It turned out to be a pretty good evening. We've got beautiful blue sky above. Started out this morning with clouds and rain and wind, but it's turned out to be a really nice evening. It will be clear and cold through the night, so we'll see how early I want to get out of bed in the morning. Good night from the woods. Well, it's about 30 degrees. Winds are gusting to about 20. I got my stuff in a pile. I'm going to get packed up and get off this ridge line, and I'll get back with you when I'm on trail. It is 8 a.m. I'm on trail. Still cold, but the sun is coming up, so that's good to see. First thing this morning, I have to cross Balsam High Top. On mornings, I like to keep my eyes out just off the trail to see if there are any bear feeding. Also, you can see deer from time to time. Haven't seen anything this morning though, but I will keep looking. I just turned onto the Beach Gap Trail. It takes me down to the short road walk, and I'm on the back side of the ridge now, so I lost my sunlight. I'm on several different trails today and tomorrow, but rather than try to remember the names of them all, I'll just say I'm on the Benton MacKaye trail until I get back to Smokemont tomorrow afternoon. Tonight I'm staying at campsite 47. The Beach Gap Trail comes out on Balsam Mountain Road. There's just a short little road walk to get back on trail. I'm at the intersection here with the Enlow Creek Trail. I'm hooking a right and headed towards the campsite. This is a really loud campsite. I'm not sure how my audio is coming through. I'm set up right here beside a beautiful creek. I've got all my camp chores completed. Dinner's done. And I'm just going to sit here and watch the sun go down. Good night from the woods. Good morning. It is day 4. It's 5 a.m. Headed back to the trailhead this morning, and I do have to drive home. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here before the sun comes up. And I'll get back with you when I'm on trail. I'm not quite sure what time it is, maybe 6:30 or so. Sun is not quite up yet. I'm going to start walking down trail. My campsite is all clear. That's my rock of accountability that I put all my stuff on, and I'm fairly certain everything's in my pack, so I'm going to get going. Still cold this morning, but nice and clear and not too much wind. It's the morning of day 4. This is my last day. I'm headed to Smokemont campground. Had a good night last night. It's a little cold this morning, but it didn't freeze. And it's about 30 minutes before sunrise, so I'm hiking with my headlamp here. On to Smokemont. I don't know how many miles, maybe 8-ish or more. I hadn't counted. I've enjoyed walking this morning, watching the sun rise over this creek valley, and it's been a really beautiful walk. I just passed the intersection with the Hughes Ridge Trail that I took to get up to the AT on day 1. So that completes the loop portion of the hike, and all that's left to do now is to backtrack to Smokemont, a little over 5 miles. I've already filmed this portion on day 1, so I probably won't do a lot of filming between here and the trailhead. So I'll go ahead and sign off now and say thanks for watching.